Parent involvement in education. Impact barriers and English language learners. My name is Danielle Kaiser. I am a fifth grade intern this year. I accomplished my bachelor's degree in education studies a year ago, and I have been working with my current school district for 13 years now. I do currently have a few English language learners in my class, and they speak Spanish, and I have one student who actually also speaks Japanese. My research topic is based on parent involvement in education and how it impacts student learning. I feel that parent involvement plays a large role in our students' ability to take in information. Students have so many different experiences that are based on their home life and are influenced by their family and their parents, that it is very important to have parents and families involved in the school as well as at home. And according to my research, my theories on parent involvement are correct, and I actually want to see the impact in person and identify what exactly is it with the parent involvement that is impacting how students are learning, and also ways to improve parent involvement. I am researching parent involvement primarily because with my personal experience in the classroom, I have noticed that many students who do not have parents who are involved in their learning typically tend to have more behavior issues, which relates to socio-emotional learning. They tend to not be invested in the learning process or have a feeling that maybe it is not important in their lives. And on the other side, I do notice that parents who tend to check in with the teacher or check in with the administration on how their student is doing, those students tend to have better scores in all areas. They tend to be more involved in the learning process. They ask more questions. They are more interested in varied topics. Therefore, this is why I want to know how parent involvement is impacting a student's ability to learn and progress their personal learning. My specific research questions are: what is the importance of parent involvement in the education of children, especially English language learners? And how can schools promote parent and family involvement at school and at home? What are the ways that we can access a parent interest? So, with that, I am trying to find out what exactly is it with parent involvement. Are there specific aspects of parent involvement that are impacting learning, or is it just parent involvement in general that improves student learning? Question alignment to data collection approach. In my study, data is collected through multiple sources, and student scores and comprehensive understanding of specific topics will be used, and how the effects of parent involvement is impacting proficiency in English language as well as content will be measured. The English language portion will be measured through mostly conversation, comprehension, writing, and using English throughout the day. With the varied approaches of data collection, it will provide a deeper understanding of how parent and family involvement is impacting learning, especially in different areas like is reading at home, impacting student comprehension and student fluency. So these different data approaches or data collection approaches will show the various ways that parent involvement has an impact on student learning. The tools that I will be using for this research are parent surveys, observations being held in the classroom and at school, parent kept monthly engagement logs, teacher kept logs of what is happening with family involvement in the classroom and at school, student scores, graphs, and tables. All information will be collected on a monthly basis and compiled for evaluation. The resources that I used for this research proposal is I utilized the National University Library where I found articles and journal articles, and I also found research studies that have been conducted on similar topics of parent and family involvement. I used Google searches and I found educational websites. I found some government websites that provided information based on statistics and to provide me actual data. Then I also used some of the observations that I have conducted personally just from being in the classroom. The methodology to this study is it will be a school-wide study where I get permissions from parents, school personnel, teachers, and administrators. The teachers will initially send home a parent involvement survey as of what parents are doing now at home or at school. Students will be assessed in all academic areas. Students will be assessed for socio-emotional functionality. So that's mostly through observation and how they're handling different situations that are arising on an average school day. Parents will be given monthly involvement logs that they will be filling out based on their reading with students, doing family outings, conversations, any kind of involvement that they're having that could possibly impact their students' education. Teachers will also be keeping monthly logs where they are keeping if parents come for school activities or to help in the classroom, just visiting the classroom. That includes homework. Parent or teachers will be like logging how much involvement their homework involves. If parents are involved in, let's say teachers are using Class Dojo or Class Tag for parent communication, are parents communicating back? All data will be graphed for monthly interpretations, so they will be graphed and documented so that it can be looked at based on the graph just to see how the numbers are relating based on is the amount parents that are providing more engagement, how is their student learning progressing compared to students who don't have parents involved. So it is more of a comparison study and just the progress of individual students if they do have parent involvement. Are they improving in correlation with parent involvement? Looking back on writing the research proposal, the advice I would give myself is keep detailed notes. Keep detailed notes exactly of where you found information and what page numbers and everything because it is difficult to go back and find things that you have found. I would definitely set aside specific times to conduct my research, give myself designated times that is what I will be doing. I would plan my research with steps, go into detail in each step of the research to make it easier for what exactly I'm researching in that portion of time. For the future, I plan to continue teaching. I plan to next school year work on BITSA to clear my multi-subject credential. I plan on never stop learning. I find so many things fascinating in the field of education that there's so much I want to know more about. There's so many strategies that I want to learn about, that I want to use. And another thing is I need to build relationships. I really want to build relationships with my students, with my peer teachers, with other educational staff and other educational professions. I really think that building those relationships allow for more collaboration, and collaboration will improve my teaching tremendously. This has been a great experience writing a research proposal, as this is my first time doing it. I have learned a huge amount of information.